Yeah, I mean, I was very annoyed with the start. Uh, I really need to find a way to, to do good starts because, to be fair, the whole weekend it looks like we were doing a good job and the start felt all strong, but then in the race, I don't know. I think I just did a mistake and then obviously put me in a really bad position. Pace was super strong, to be fair, and of course we were lucky with the outcome of the safety car. Even though on the medium we had a really strong pace, to be fair. So yeah, obviously I was lucky, but all in all, it can happen. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes badly. But this time it went well for me, and I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, now I'm gonna enjoy the win, but at the same time, gonna work hard on the areas where we need to improve.
I think very happy. I think we executed everything we could have today. I think, to be honest with you, even without the safety car, I think it was going to be hard to beat Kimi. So very happy. Obviously, it's been a tough start to the year, and to come out with a P2 and feeling like we had a chance of a win, it's pretty special at this point. So very proud of everybody. I think we did a really good job this weekend of getting the most out of everything.
Quite pleased, of course. I'm not over the moon because it's only a P3, but considering everything, we've been quite unlucky with the safety car, which is okay. Then we came back to the podium, which was good, and to keep that third place in the end wasn't an easy task. So I enjoyed it, and again on a track which historically has been extremely difficult to overtake. We've still seen some overtakes with these cars, so I am still convinced about what I think, that these cars actually racing is fun and I like it. Qualifying, some tweaks have to be made.
Hey George, what do you need to do to get some luck? I feel it just didn't really feel like anything went your way today.
No, it would have been one lap difference and it probably would have been a race win. That's frustrating.
How much does it hurt, and how difficult was that race just as the way it unfolded?
I mean, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Obviously, we both made bad starts. Mine was slightly less bad. Safety car timing. Restart, I got a harvest limit, which meant I couldn't recharge my battery, similar to what's happened to some drivers at the race starts. And I had no battery to restart. Lewis passed me, and then faced another battery problem when Charles passed me. So, as I said, one lap different, and we'd be having probably a very different conversation.
It was a good start. It was a good start anyway. I think the pace was good. I think, honestly, I think we were decent. Clearly the Mercedes was still another level, but we could have a nice race with the Ferraris. It was just tricky the first 15 laps to be quite swamped consistently by the Mercedes behind, which went on to win the race, and the Ferraris around, which are pretty similar on pace. So it was a good fight at times, and you had to push basically every single lap. So that bit of it was good, the no degradation, and just to get Lewis at the end. I tried to save the tyres a little bit after the safety car restart, just because I didn't think much was going to happen for a while. And it seemed to pay off. I got him with 2 laps to go, so just in time. And good signs. I think as soon as I had clean air, which I had on 2 laps of the whole race, the last lap and 1 lap in the middle, the car really came alive quite a bit more. So I think in clean air the car was good. I just we didn't do 1 lap in clean air basically. So good signs. Just if I could have qualified higher, if we could have done more laps this weekend, things could have been more positive. But otherwise, a good result for the team.
Hey Lewis, I thought when the safety car came out, it worked perfectly in your favour. Were you surprised then that the way that the pace and the rest of the race unfolded dropped you obviously back out into P6?
Was I surprised? I was struggling with power the whole race, so no, not particularly. But need to go through it with a fine comb.
How do you kind of reflect overall on the weekend as a whole?
Pretty terrible weekend in general to get a result like that. But there are some points there, so take it.
I'm very happy. It was a long, intense race, especially after the safety car. I mean, the first part of the race was pretty good, and I felt comfortable. I had a bit of a gap with him, but I knew at the moment there is always a safety car at some point, so I wasn't getting too comfortable. And second part of the race, this guy just would not leave my heels all the way through. So I had to check on him, 5 times a lap just to understand exactly the gap and make sure, pushing as hard as I could, trying not to make any mistake and really nail, all my exits to make sure you don't get too close. But yeah, pretty intense. But in the end, I must say the pace was good. We're finishing only 7 seconds behind Lewis, I think 18 seconds in front of Liam in P9. So seems like we were in the better train.
Yeah, I mean, at least my start was a little bit better. I didn't lose too many positions. And then, I think, got past a few cars, and then, of course, at one point you hit a ceiling. And I think with Pierre we were very closely matched. Maybe on pure pace we're a tiny bit faster, but that's easy to say now. It was just very hard to pass. I mean, I could pass, but then I would get repassed straight away because my battery would be empty.
I mean, from where we started, the doubts we had with obviously the balance we ended quali with yesterday. I think we've done a pretty good job to rebalance the car and have a strong race. It was definitely difficult, and we got very lucky with the safety car today. So, obviously a good result. We'll take the points and try and improve things going forward.
First of all, glad that Oli is okay, but unfortunately, 3 races out of 3 races, bad timing with the safety car. We lost 2 positions during that. We had a decent start, everything was going normal. And then we lost to Gabby and to Liam, so I managed to overtake Gabby again on the track, but with Liam it was not possible. And there was a nice fight with Max and Pierre ahead, so I would have liked to be part of that. Unfortunately, I got stuck behind Liam, so we'll never know if I could have been part of it or not.
Yeah, just a really poor start, losing 5 positions, I believe, which obviously is quite compromising for the rest of the race. Being in quite obviously heavy traffic, and difficult to make progress now. Still with these cars, with the whole overtake mode and energy, it's been interesting and fun, but also frustrating at times. When you make a great move, but then the next straight, obviously, you're a sitting duck and you get repassed. So I don't know.
It was just a really long race. I had a good start. I was fighting Pierre just like I wanted to do on lap 1, and I got run out of battery very early on the finish straight. I started to be overtaken by everyone every lap and trying to recover energy, so I was just stuck for a while. So not very nice in the car.
Yeah, I think the start was not great, but we knew it was something we need to work on in the team. For me and Nico, we have been struggling a lot since race 1. We are working on it. The team is working hard on that. We just need time to put things in place, and then still need to investigate some other things. But I think the start was nothing compared to the other problems we had through the race. So just let's keep our heads down and go to the next one.
I mean, started P10. I think I was running P8 after a lap or 2. And then I think there was a few things I could have managed better on the energy side in the battle with Max and Esteban on that first stint. So I lost those 2 places there. And then I was settling into a nice rhythm before the stop. Did the pit stop. It was a bit slow. So I lost the place to Isaac. And then the safety car came out and I lost another 3 or 4. So... it's a bit of a shame, but I think regardless, there's still a lot to learn. Still a lot for me to improve on, so I'm going to focus on that.
Tough because obviously we had a very solid race. We maximized everything. Actually, we improved the car compared to Friday, and we were a bit closer to the midfield than what we were expecting to be, and we were mixing it up with Franco, Hülkenberg, and Lindblad, but unfortunately it was just not quite enough to get ourselves in the fight. So pleased with the weekend, I think, on a personal side, and my engineering group has done an excellent job with helping me manage the energy, manage the tires well, and we were always in the fight, but unfortunately not for more than P15.
Well, Franco, it looked like a really tough afternoon out there. First thing I wanted to say was, what did you make of it when you saw Ollie's car flying straight past you?
No, I'm glad he's fine, to be honest. It's the first thing I asked to the team because it was a really big one. I saw him spinning on the grass, and then I knew it was a very hard hit, so I'm glad he's fine. And yeah, it was just a long day today. Generally, not what we wanted. It was a difficult weekend overall. It was a lot of things that we tried to understand, but sometimes we couldn't get the answers. And I think in the race, the pace was actually good and decent, but we were just really stuck. Good start, then stuck behind Liam for the whole stint on mediums, tried to undercut, did it, but then the safety car really punished us. Liam finished P9, so I think we were really close to the points.
I think we made some good progress. It's been our strongest race. Yesterday we had some issues with the deployment, and it seems like today we were on top of it. Hopefully we will check the data, but our pace is getting closer, and now we are bringing a big upgrade for Miami, which I really hope that can put us closer into the contention. I could see a bit the Williams, the Alpine for a bit, but they just seem to be getting faster and faster every lap, so it's something we need to keep working on extremely hard.
Well, Fernando, you made it to the end of the race. I know that's maybe not what you aspired to, but it's a step in the right direction, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. There are many boxes to tick, in the team, and today I think completing the first race distance gave the team good information, good data that we need to analyze and to improve. The pace was not there. It was not there any session on the weekend, and was not there in the race either. So we need to improve in many areas.
Yeah, so good thing again. Finished with both cars, unlike some others. So that's good. And again, from this weekend, I think we can take a lot. We can learn a lot. But performance, I think for Checo was actually okay. I was lacking quite a bit of performance. Like I really challenged today to struggle to challenge the Astons today. So need to have a look. Basically it's sliding around too much, killing the tires. And anyway, we tried a little bit different strategy with a hard tire, but didn't seem to work.
I think trying to understand the issues from yesterday. Not sure if we understand them still, so we'll keep looking into it, and then at the same time, why not do a bit of pit stop practice and a bit of front wing testing? So yeah, that's all we could do today.
Hey Lance, well you made it 30 laps into the race, but what were the reasons for the team asking you to retire the car?
I think it's a water pressure issue, so still need to look into it, but that's what we think it is right now.
How was the car up until that point?
Not great, but I was having a fun race with Fernando in our own little championship, our own Aston Martin championship. So I was enjoying the race, even though it was we were slow and we were fighting for the last positions. Suzuka. It's always a nice track to drive, so I was enjoying my laps out there, and shame we couldn't make it to the end.
Yeah, everything good. First of all, I'm absolutely fine. It was a scary moment that happened out there, but everything is okay, which is the main thing. Car is a bit worse for wear, but we have a month now to reset and come back. I can only apologize from the bottom of my heart to the team for that, because it's a lot of work for them.